Hi my BBs, what's up? Happy New Year. You are now watching the Lit Stoop. So today is a great day because I am filming, you are watching my very first TBR ever. So I'm a little behind. I took a long break from just the holidays and working and recording, but I'm back reading, I'm back getting my life. And so I kind of wanted to talk to you a little bit about what I'll be reading in January and also in this year and all of the other cool things that I'll be doing. So for January's TBR, I'm starting small, y'all. 4 books, that's it. Starting with 4 books. I also didn't start reading right away, so I took a break from that, and so I was like, 4 books is easy. For this year's Goodreads challenge, which is actually my first year doing it, I will be aiming for 52 books. That's it. 1 book, 1 week. So I think 52 books for the year for my new Goodreads challenge. I think that's the perfect number because, you know, I'm just getting warmed up. I'm just getting warmed up. I'm new to Goodreads. I'm not new to reading though. I didn't really use Goodreads because I didn't really want to go all in depth. I have my own rating system that maybe I'll share with you one day that I've been doing for the last 10 years. How I record books, how I remember which ones are unfinished, all of those things. But this year, your girl is on Goodreads. Follow me below. So yeah, let's get into January's TBR before I get all carried away. Where do we start? Okay. So one thing I want to say is this TBR, just like all of them to follow, I'm trying to mix up what I read, why I read it, all of those kind of things. So I will be including, hopefully every month until I run out, 1 book that I did not finish from last year or any previous years. And I will also be including BookTube favorite. So like on BookTube, there are like classic favorite books that everybody seems to have read. I have not read all of them, so I'll be going backwards and incorporating some of those into the TBR. And of course, new and exciting reads, debut reads, sequels, all of the books that I'm anticipating for 2020. And so let's just get into the first book for January. Oh my god, y'all. Look at this beautiful book. So first book for January's TBR is The Children of Virtue and Vengeance. Now, I already know that y'all know what this is, but for anyone who doesn't know what this is the sequel of Children in Blood and Bone that came out 2 years ago, I think, 2018. And I have been dying to see what happens to all of these characters. As a background, it's set in the land of Orisha. It's ruled by a monarchy at the time of Children in Blood and Bone. And basically the main characters, Zelly, Amari, Inan, and her brother Zane, they're all kind of like interwoven into each other's lives. And so Amari and Inan are actually the heirs to the throne. At this time, their father, in Children, Blood and Bone, their father was still king, and basically he wiped out through a raid years and years ago all of the magi, which are people who have magical abilities, are all hiding or in some kind of servitude until Zelly and Amari and Zane bring back magic. Now, that's all I'll tell you about Children of Blood and Bone. If you haven't read it, just go read it. There's a lot of other finer details about what happens. But basically in the sequel, I've already started. I am about, at this date, 165 pages in. So it is a really interesting read thus far, but this book is kind of like, the sequel is kind of like what happens after magic has returned, who's going to control everything. Really excited about learning about that. There's some kind of imminent war that's gonna go on. I'm not really sure who's gonna win. But you know, as soon as I saw this book, I had to get it. The cover is gorgeous. This is a hardcover. It is so beautiful, and hopefully I love the book just as much, but you'll know at the wrap up. Next up on my list is actually one of the books I did not finish last year, which is The Game of Desire by Shannon Boodram. I'm actually reading that book on audiobook, and so I need to finish that audiobook. I'm not single, but I find studies of behavior, dating, design, flirting, all of those things vastly interesting. I also adore Shan Boodram. If you don't know who that is, Shan Boodram is a sexologist. She's a YouTuber. She's just a content creator who makes content for people who are looking to improve their health, their sex lives, their power dynamics, all within interpersonal relationships, mostly romantic. But yeah, she's really dope. The book is already super interesting, and I love that it's her reading to me, so I feel like I'm really in it because she already is like such a performer in my eyes. So I'm very intrigued in the book, but I did not finish it last year. I think I picked up a different book and got distracted, but I'm back on it. I will be finishing The Game of Desire this month. If you don't know, The Game of Desire also has a website where you can fill out different quizzes and questionnaires and learn more about yourself and the types of relationship styles you're into and your love languages and all of that stuff. So when we get there, I'll let y'all know, you know, mine and how interesting the book was and like maybe tips and tricks from it. We'll see what I do with that. So I will be reading that. Okay, so next up is Emergency Contact by Mary H.K. Choi, I believe. So this book, I actually have never read any of Mary's books, but I was so intrigued, so I just really scooped this up. I don't really know that much about it. I believe it's like a love story where these two young people meet, Penny Lee and Sam, and they intertwine in some kind of way and fall in love. I just really wanted a fun read, and I really want to get into Mary's books. There's a whole list of books of hers that are on my TBR for this year, period. So I decided, let me start with something light for January. So after I get out of, you know, all of these different things, I can jump into something, you know, a little bit more romantic or fun or interesting. So I'm excited. I don't know much about this book, but we about to learn about it. And now the fourth and final book for January's TBR is The Bold World. The Bold World by Jodie Patterson. So The Bold World is a memoir. It is centered on Jodie, who is the mom of, I think, 4 or 5 children, and one of her children is transgender, and this is the journey of all of that, of family, of transformation, of love. I've been dying to read this for a while now, and fortunately for me, my roommate had it in the house. So I scooped this up, and this is gonna go down. I love memoir. It's one of my favorite genres. I love reading more and more about LGBTQ stories. I feel like there's just not enough. So reading this memoir is gonna be interesting from a Black mother's perspective. That's going to be interesting to see just their whole transformation as a family. So I'm really excited to read The Bold World. If you've read The Bold World, please let me know in the comments. Like, let me know what I'm getting myself into, if I'm gonna cry or whatnot. Those are all 4 of the books that I'm reading for January. This is my first TBR. So this is my first TBR, super short, to the point. But yeah, I'll be excited. Follow my Goodreads challenge. I'll be updating you on all the books and all the things in the wrap up. I'll let you know what's happening next month. So please subscribe. Please comment below, share this video, and put in the comments if you've read any of these books or what was your first book that you read to start the new year off. I'm really interested, trying to get some recommendations out there, so let me know, y'all. Keep me posted. Alright, see y'all next time. Whoop.